Hello everyone, and peace of Christ all of you. Please invite your friends, and we will have a little conversation for tonight. And for sure, for some of you, it is morning, so good morning for those who live in Asia, and good evening for those who live in USA or in Europe, in case you are still awake. Before we start, I would like to start with some comments we saw from some people in the chat. And we welcome everybody actually to make comments, and try your best to be smart when you make comments, because supposedly the comment is this is your brain, this is your idea, and this is your thinking. So people, they expect from a mature person a mature thinking. And if you are a person who speak about your religion, well, you better present your religion in a smart way. So before we start our topic, I would like to go to some comment I saw from the beginning of this chat here. Here, our friend here sounds like he is a Hindu, and he said, "We simply worship the cow, but we do not worship like a buffalo or any other animals. Does not eat it either. We believe live and let live." And then there's more comment come after that, like about, live and let live, and we are a vegetarian. I have a bad news for this person. You see, I like Hindu people. I mean, I have many Indian. They are nice people. But the idea of you not being a person who don't eat living creatures, live and let live, that is a false idea. Philosophy is just a game. You can convince yourself, like, you get this guy, Sadhguru. He's sad, actually. He's not smart, but he's smart for the fool. And I find it very funny that Zakir Naik, he never, flagged my video for copyright, but Sadhguru, he flagged it for it, for copyright if I get him busted. But just an idea here. You see, when you say you are a vegetarian, you don't eat living creatures, well, who said to you that plants are not living creatures? At the same time, who said to you that when you eat a plant, you are not eating meat? Because in case you do not know, this is science, not philosophy now. Plants eat meat. All plants, with no exception. So when you say I eat tomato, in fact you are eating meat, because tomato eat meat. See, it's a cycle of life. You eat animals. Animals eat grass. Grass eat animals. So you're just fooling yourself saying that I don't, eat meat and I am a vegetarian. In fact, there's nobody in this earth is a vegetarian. If you really believe that live and let live, then you should not eat anything. And that will make it die and let other live. So live and let other live is not exist in your religion. It's just a fiction. You convince yourself that you have it, but in reality you don't. And actually, if you go and put some fish under tomatoes or any plant, you will see the plant will go crazy. This is why fertilizer, they mix with it bones of animals or many things, crazy stuff, to make plants go crazy, and they grow so good. So it's a fiction to say that you are a vegetarian. In fact, you are not. And, I find Hinduism is just a philosophy, is an empty cycle or circle, and teach nothing, give nothing, share nothing, and die with nothing. Now we go to other comment. Before we start again, a Muslim, Abdul, he posted this comment. His name is Daniel, and I don't know why they call themselves Daniel. They don't even know what the name means. But as usual, they copy. 1 + 1 + 1 = 1. You see here, the silly, the Muhammadan, they spread a lie that we Christian believe in 1 + 1 + 1. If we ask the Muslim, where you get this 1 + 1 + 1 from? Where is the plus is coming from? They cannot answer. So, isn't it your Quran itself says that the Christian, they say that the Messiah is Allah? So are you saying that your Allah, he did lie? Because If the Christian, they say, according to your silly Quran, that the Messiah is Allah, that's mean you Muslims are a bunch of liars, lying about Christianity, lying about Christians, and or the opposite, or Allah is lying. No, it doesn't matter really who's lying. What we believe, that all lies come from the devil. And you lie, Allah lie, it doesn't change anything. Look how many times your God, he keeps saying that the Christian, they say he is Allah. They don't say 1 + 1. So a very silly comment. You know, Muslims are copy-paste nation. They don't know what they are copying, and they don't know what they are pasting. They don't know they are pasting something even against their stupid religion, against their yellow pages Quran. If the Christian, they say that the Messiah is Allah, that's mean they don't believe that 1 + Allah. They don't. And notice here, like when you read a Muslim translation, you find yourself as if you are studying a chemical, you know, like, surely they have this belief, the one who say the Messiah, and the between two bracket, Isa, bracket, Jesus, son of Maryam, bracket, Mary. I mean, this is Quran or bracket Quran? And the funny, they say to you, Quran is so clear, to the point we have to add a bracket every 2 words. Do you see how clear it is? So when Abdul, he say that the Christian believe that 1 + 1 + 1, they are going against their silly Quran, their silly prophet, and they are getting Muhammad busted. Listen, Muhammad, Christian don't say that the Messiah is Allah in their religion. Christian, they say 1 + 1 + 1, according to all those Abdul. So which one of you is telling the truth? Abdul in YouTube or Abdul Allah in the Quran? You figure it out. Now, we go to our topic for today. Somebody posted a link of a Muslim woman. She is complaining. And she feel bad. Very bad. To the point she is speaking under the rain with the umbrella. And she's asking questions, and actually I support her questions. And by the way, she said that when she come to my chat, I think 2 days ago or yesterday, I'm not sure. Yesterday I wasn't live. The day before, she said somebody put her, give her time off. Mostly it's not me, maybe the admins. But lady, time off, that's mean you are spamming the text, doesn't mean that you'll block you. And you are the one who said time off, that's mean you are posting too much. This is usually what they do when you spam. Like repeating the same thing over and over and over. If we go to a Muslim chat, they will block us. Not only they will, you know, I mean, you cannot even say anything negative about Islam in a Muslim program. Who can say anything? You know, even Muslims, they don't even listen to each other when they speak. So if a Christians, they, as you said, they give you time off, well, maybe they should not do that, but maybe you are spamming the chat. However, try to call me next time when I am live on air. Let us see, you know, your ideas. But listen what she said.
You gotta make it known, your principles, because then it looks like what they're saying is true because you're running from them and you don't want to engage with them, and no big channels are making responses in a critiqued way. I would love to see Hassim Al-Hakim like go up against Christian Prince with a moderator. We could.
Who's this guy? Suleiman al-Haq. Who was that? Is that the sheikh, the one who said? Hold on, let me see. I'm not sure if this is the one. I think I know what she is talking about. Hold on, let me search for the video. She wanted this guy to go and debate me. I'm typing Arabic. You always type and you find. Yeah, maybe she is talking about this one. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, his name is Asim. You know, which means Qasim. because you know those, they don't know how to say the word in Arabic. So she is asking why this sheikh don't, she would like to see a sheikh speaking to me and there is a moderator. I have a news for you, lady. I accept and I will be happy and I will speak to him very nicely, and I will accept him to be the moderator. He is the moderator, which means if he say to me my microphone, I will give him a microphone. If he dare to come and let me call him, he do not need to call me, just give me his Skype. In his program, live on TV, he have a TV show that millions of Muslims watch and listen. And as long as it's a TV program, nobody can mute anybody. Like Muslims, they excuse, oh, Christian Prince, he mute us. I mute kids who go out of the topic, start screaming, you know, I have to repeat the question a million times, and then I lose my patience. You know, we talk about something, they jump to talk about something else. But if you watch all my debate with sheikhs, I never muted anyone. So I say to you, I would like to see such a debate happening. And I asked Mr. Asim Al-Hakim, friendly and nicely, Sheikh Asim, why you don't respond to your sister? She is desperate to see somebody who can refute me. And actually he refuted me already. Look at this. You see, look at the title of this video. Hadith about suckling man and adult man, suckling an adult man to make him muhram. It's authentic. It's authentic. You know, I mean, the funny that it says to make him muhram. There's a billion fatwa in online by the most, you know, accurate sheikhs. Azhar University, Saudi Arabia, the Ministry of Islam says that suckling for adult does not make you a muhram. So what this guy is talking about, and he lives in Saudi Arabia. So, you know, when the Muslim, they say, they name this guy, you see, the long beard doesn't make him really somebody heavy duty. Actually, it make it easier for me to make Islam look stupid, because what you will say now, he is just a YouTuber. You will say he do not know, he's just a kid, say whatever. Like yesterday, somebody posted a link of 3 Muslims, including Fifi. They were saying that Allah, he made a license to be a pimp. Go watch the video, it's posted in Suku film. Suku or Suku, I don't know what the name of the channel. License to, this is the question, this is the conversation. I'm not going to play it because it's just a bunch of kids talking. But if I am the one who said, and you know, they mentioned before, I said many times Islam give you a license to be a pimp. They say liar, liar. It doesn't say that, CP. But when they are talking alone, and I don't know who record this conversation between each other, you know, always Muslim, they betray each other. So they said Allah, he gave a license to be a pimp. You know, and you can go and watch the video and laugh at the conversation. Yeah, Suku film. So she is asking why there is no sheikhs are coming to stand up for this person, the Christian Prince, and get him busted. Why all Muslims, they say we debate you only face to face, when I made it clear that especially for those who claim that they have knowledge and they can debate me, I will call you, which means I cannot mute you. It's your program. All right? If I mute you, I mute to myself. How I can mute you? You go live on air in your channel, and I will call you. Oh, nobody can mute you then. So all of those is excuses to avoid going under the bus. All of them, they knew. They are so much intimidated. They knew how small they are. And they said to themselves, we will not make such a mistake debating Christian Prince. Now, going back to this lady, you know, speaking about why they cannot debate me. And she said in her video that obviously I'm lying. And then the funny is, I mean, what, like, how I lie, you know, like when I show the Quran, when I show the tafsir, like here we go. Moses, he went to see Prophet Al-Khidr, and he found a rock, and next to the rock there's the fountain of life. And then there is a drop of water fall in the top of the fish, and the fish moved. Here it says, it's called a spring, a water spring called Al-Hiyat, which means the life. And none come in touch with it, water, but become alive. A Christian prince is lying. So if it's me saying what you hear, okay, I will say he's lying. I mean, obviously this is a stupid story. It's not even good for a cartoon. This is like the Pirate of the Caribbean. This is cartoon for children, and if they are 9 years old, they knew it's fiction. But this is the religion of God, and this is a prophet talking. And then you say he's lying. And then there is a prophet, his name is Al-Khidr. You know, if he set his ass in top of a dry grass, the grass will be green right away. Why? Well, this is why they call him Al-Khidr, which means Mr. Green. Why he made the dead grass alive? Because simply he drank from the fountain of life. Do you want me to show you the hadith? I can show it to you. So it's very funny when they say that who can answer his lies? I mean, I show the reference. And this is your Islamic website. Today in the morning, we spoke about the destiny, predestiny, and I show you what the Muslim sheikh says, not me. Right? Secondly, she said in her video in the beginning that he's a hate monger. You know, my lady, if you are against hate, then you should be against Islam. Let me show you what you do not know about hate. First of all, Jesus says, love your enemy. So we Christians, we are not even allowed to think about hating you. But the Quran said that Allah, He is a person who loves to be the vendor of hate for the Christians. This is chapter 5, verse 14. It says, Allah will spread hatred and enmity between the Christians. So if you think, for some reason, I have hatred, which is not true, well, you have to blame your God because he is the devil. For the one who spread hatred, obviously, is not good. Actually, even the Quran say that the one who spread hatred is Shaitan. The same chapter 5, verse number 91. Who is the one who spread hatred and enmity between people? Shaitan. But here Muslims, they say, oh, this is if he spread hatred between Muslims. But spreading hatred between Christians is good. This is satanic idea. You know, like hatred is good in one place, it's bad in different place. It's like saying poison is not poison. So Islam is a stupid religion. They accuse us of what Islam is spreading. If Allah says he planted among them, which means the Christians, enmity and hatred till the day of resurrection, and then you say Christians, they have hatred. Are you blaming us or blaming Allah? I'm not sure what are you talking about, if this is true. The problem with the Abdul, the Muhammadan in general, they are people who have no idea what is written in their book. The second you show them, you see, they recite the Quran every day. The second you recite for them the Quran, they get angry. They recite those stupid things every day. But the second you show them what is written, you know, look, just point your finger there, and they will bite your finger. Don't take it easy. I'm just showing you what is written there. And then right away they will say to you, he's lying. It doesn't say that, CP. Like, if I say now that the Quran said that you can be a pimp, not a single Muslim will agree. Liar, liar, Islam teach dignity. Look, our sister, she is wearing hijab. Okay, this is the Quran in front of you. And if you don't believe me, go watch the video, which is 3 Muslims discussing, including Sister Fifi. And they are saying, it look like Allah, He gave us a license to be a pimp. Literally, this is what they are saying. Go watch the video. It's there. But if I am saying it, they will say he's a liar. They will say this guy is you know, he's not truthful. He twists the meaning. He twists the text. By the way, I like to twist. You know, this will remind me in the old days, like I used to watch old movies, you know, black and white movies. There is a dance, it's called the twist. Like, twist, twist, you know, it was funny. Honestly, it's the most funny dance, the twist. So, anything a Christian prince he's saying, twist. I will give you an example. Once in a Muslim chat room, a Muslim admin, in the admin meaning the one who owned the rooms, you know. So they saw my name. The second they see my name, they go crazy. Christian prince, you coward, come here. We got you busted. We have a recording of you. You know, you are making Muslims leave Islam because you offer them 5 hamburger. And they play my voice saying, bring me a Muslim, I give you 5 hamburger. Can you believe it? So he said, come to the mic and tell us. So I took the microphone. So I said, are you saying that you Muslims are willing to exchange Allah for 5 hamburgers? They got so crazy, they got so upset, they start cursing me. You see, the text is going crazy. It's you who said that, not me. I mean, they just said to me, we got you busted. We recorded your voice saying, bring me 1 Muslim, I will give you 5 hamburger. I was joking because I want some Muslim to debate me. I mean, obviously, it's an internet. How am I going to give him hamburger? And they make it as the excuse for Muslims leaving Islam because of the 5 hamburgers. Okay, no problem. And now because they got me busted, they gave me the microphone. What is your response to that? Supposedly they will record me now. So I said, are you saying that you Muslims exchange your religion and your God, Allah, for the sake of 5 hamburgers? They went so crazy. Like a second ago, you just said that to me. You are the one who accused me that this is what's happening. You see, you just take their words and give it back to them. They see how stupid they are. Are you getting my point? Those people, they don't see how silly they are, how low IQ their answer. There's a Muslim, you know, he used to call himself a Muslim programmer. I don't know if any of you from Pal Talk, you know his name. This guy, he used to hit me like a Christian prince, he lie. And then one day he left Islam. And then the Muslims accuse him that I gave him $300 to buy his shoes. And this is why he left Islam. I mean, this Christian prince must be a billionaire. If every Muslim, he give him a hamburger or $300, I will be homeless long time ago. So they cannot really answer. And you know, when the Muslim, they say the introduction of a Christian prince, book 6 and Allah is absolutely false, we cannot find those references. And they gather together 4 or 5 Abdul and they search for it and they could not find it. And the Muslim takbir, Allahu Akbar, brother, we got him busted. The first page in his book is fabrication. I made a book. It took me 2 seconds. I showed them the reference. Everybody laughed at him. Susu and Fifi and Dudu. Allahu Akbar. Hamburger. So Islam is a ham and Muhammad is my burger. What you can do about it? So if you think that there is Muslim can refute me, well, I'm here. And you see, when I open my Skype, a person like me, actually, I should not open my Skype to everybody. I should welcome all these, you know, scholars, right? But because we love Muslims and we are hoping that is small or big, you know, smart or dumb, still he deserves, you know, time for God. He created this person and God, he loves everybody. So because we love the Muslims, we believe that we should share our time with them. And you know, she is saying, what kind of a person he spent his life and his day and his night talking about Islam? Shouldn't he mind, you know, like focus in his faith? Lady, I'm focusing in my faith. It is your religion who kept attacking me. Since I was a kid, I hear nothing but Muslims speaking bad things about my belief. It's you who speak against us. If you go in the whole Bible, if you go to a church, you will see Christian pray to everybody in the world. Doesn't matter what religion they are. If you go to your mosque, after 5 minutes, you will see the Muslims cursing the Christian and the Jews. Actually, the Fatiha, which you recite every day, is nothing but a curse and bully chapter from you and Allah. Please, Allah, don't make us the same as those who they are cursed and those who they lost. The lost is us, the Christians, supposedly, and those who they are cursed is the Jews. What kind of a prayer this prayer is? So you cannot even pray to your God without cursing us and bullying us. Islam is a religion of the bully. So if you don't want me to talk about your cult, which is very funny, stupid cult, well, go and take those pages from your book, kill the Christians. I mean, they kill us, they took our land, they rape our women, they took our churches, they convert them to mosque. Until now they do that. They convert them to mosque not because we gave it to them. You know, if, okay, you know, like in some countries, there's all the churches for sale because it doesn't fit, it costs them more. A Muslim buy it, make it a mosque, no problem. But we are talking about like Erdogan, taking a huge church, everybody knows, this is the whole land, half of Turkey belonged to Greece, and the other half belonged to either to the Syrian or to the Armenian. So this is Islamic history, and this is what Islam is about. The second you point your finger, they get angry from you. You notice that if you are a Christian who lie about Islam, like there's many liars, Protestant or Orthodox or Catholic, in every church of those there is a rat. There's literally a rat. You know rats? There's rats who they are being politically correct, and they say we and Muslim we believe in the same God. But isn't it the Bible says who is the Antichrist? The one who denied that Jesus is the Christ and denied the Father and the Son. Muslim, they deny that Jesus is the Christ because they have a guy, his name is Isa. Who's Isa? And this Isa is the son of Maryam, and she is the daughter of Imran. Who is Imran? Imran is the father of Moses, and she is the sister of Aaron. So, on the top of that, they deny the Father and the Son. And the Bible is so clear about that. And then they will see a false priest, regardless of his church, Protestant or Catholic or Orthodox, saying to you that they believe in Abraham. That's a lie. Which Abraham they believe in? Go and read the Quran, you will see the story of Abraham is not really there. It's a fiction story. And if Muhammad believed in Abraham, why he is kissing stones? And why he's going against the stone, around the stones? Where you get this reference from that Muhammad is following Abraham? Which book of Abraham is following? How? Where? Jesus said to the Jews, if you are like, you know, following your father Abraham, then you do Abraham work. But your father is the devil. So many people, they claim to be Abrahamic, but this is a fiction, this is a lie. How you are Abrahamic, and then you promise virgins in heaven, and every virgin have 70 wasifa, which mean like a helper. And then each wasifa, she will have 70 maid, which means you will have 70 x 70 women to sleep with. There's videos by Muslims explaining how many women you will sleep with. So if we calculate 70 x 70 x 70, and actually there's 170, but we'll stop with the 370. So if we say 70 x 70 x 70, the number is 343 women. This is for the bad Muslim, because the lowest Muslim is the one who will have 72 women. And I calculated only 70, not 72. What kind of religion this religion is? Is the religion of Abraham based in sex in heaven? Well, the Bible says that he and she, they will not get married. They will be the same as angels. So in heaven, there is no sex. Obviously, our heaven is not your heaven. So when a Christian a man, he claimed to be a priest, regardless of what church he speak of, say Islam worship the same God, he is fooling you, he is hypocrite, and he is, you know, simply satanic person, because he is not sharing the truth. If we have the same God, well, our God have a son. Their God, they don't. If we have the same God, well, we should have the same heaven. Actually, Muhammad, he said that heaven of Islam, each Muslim, he will have two heaven. One is made from silver, and one is made from gold. Is that what we have? I mean, what, silver and gold? Let us see if we can find the hadith in English. Okay. The first one we could not find it. Let us see. Hold on. And so don't worry, you know, the Christian Prince, he exposed everybody, even those who claim to be Christians. It's not just, we don't only talk about Islam. I made videos exposing people who call themselves rabbi. I made videos against false priests who they are Protestant or Catholic or Orthodox. So here we stand against false people, as simple as that. Let us see if I can find you the hadith. And actually, reading those stories of Muhammad, proving to us that Muhammad is a madman. What kind of heaven this heaven? What's wrong here? I mean, why we have two heaven from silver? What does that mean? I cannot find this one too here. Let us see. I will find it. I have the hadith in front of me in Arabic, but there is many versions of it. So let us search for this. Hold on. This one they did not translate in English. Look at this one. All right. Read this one as an example. Abu Darda, told in his hearing the Prophet delivering discourse on the pulpit and saying, "He who fear standing before his Lord will have two paradise." So what is that? Two paradise? Well, they said to him, even if he commit fornication and he steal, he said, even if you commit fornication and he steal. Where is the religion? You commit fornication, you steal, it doesn't matter. Allah will give you two heaven, one from gold, one from silver. And the guy, he have to repeat the question 3 times as usual. And then Muhammad in the 3rd time he says, even if you commit fornication and even if he steals. And Muhammad here, he got upset. He said, even if he do that? So he said to him, yes, even in spite of Abu Darda, even the Abu Darda, he like it or not, this is what will happen. So how we have the same religion? We don't. The Messiah, he said, it's better if your eye, you know, to take your eye out, unblock it from letting your eye misleading you. So we have nothing to share, obviously, and Muhammad using certain names, those are used to deceive you if you are ignorant. Like, you know, if you asked 4 days ago, we have a Muslim, he called us and he said Jesus is coward, correct? Jesus in the Bible is a coward, and he insulted Jesus because Muslim, they believe that Jesus in the Bible is not their Jesus. We have a recording of a Muslim woman, she called me, and she said that Jesus, he played with his mother's breast sexually. So Muslims, they don't hesitate. And they say to us always, we respect Jesus. He is, no, there's no single word in the Quran for Jesus. You see, the word, the name of Jesus, Jesus is like the Latin version of the name. You know, because every language have certain letters does not exist. So the real name of the Messiah is Yeshua. In Arabic we say Yeshua. You will not find anywhere in the Quran such a name. They have Isa. We do not know who is Isa. So we disagree about who is this person. We disagree about the Trinity. The God of Islam, he think we believe in Mary as God too, which is stupid. The Catholic don't believe Mary is God. The Orthodox don't believe in Mary as God. And the Protestant don't believe in Mary as God. All the three churches believe Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Everybody know that. It's not a secret. And if you don't believe me, you can go to the three churches website and, you know, search for articles written by them. What is the Trinity? And you will see the answer. So when the Muslims, they say, we are not sharing the truth. I never spoke about Islam, any topic, unless I show the reference. In the screen, you see what Muslims they do, even Christians, they put their face in the video. I mean, who need your face? What I would do with your face? We are here to learn. When you earn a degree, you don't earn the face of the teacher. You earn from him what he taught you. That is what is important. And always we see that the Muslims, they try always to divert the topic. If it's about Christian Prince, I mean, we're not debating about Christian Prince. Who is Christian Prince? I mean, he's a prophet? No. He's a priest? No. He's a bishop? No. So why Muslim debating too much about me and they forgot the topic? Because simply the purpose of this is not to talk about their stupid religion. Let us make it about him. They don't know what to do. When Mimi Hijab, he said the Muslims, he will debate me. Did he debate me? I called him. I'm the one who called him in his show. He hung up on me more than 8 times. He did not let me answer. Did you say that Jesus is God in the Quran, chapter 30, 1436? You have 30 seconds to answer. Look, what the heck? Mute him. And he called me bastard. And then he played cut off tapes when the fact that it's the opposite. It was his sister insulting Jesus, saying that Jesus, he played with his mother's breast. And I said, in fact, it is your prophet. We can play it right now. We have the video. It's your prophet who said, suckle him, suckle me. And here we go. We have a video. This is the sheikh they speak of, saying that suckling an adult is authentic. How in the world, what kind of religion teach such a teaching? Suckling an adult? And how suckling an adult will make him muhram. Muhram mean forbidden for you. Go search right now and you will find not a single Islamic scholar agree with that. It does not make you forbidden to have sex with the women. Still you can have sex with her. In Islam, only if you do breastfeeding for a child, that will make you forbidden from that woman or even her daughter. Which is very funny because Islam forbid adoption. And why Islam forbid adoption? Because Muhammad, he wanted to have sex with his own son wife. So even the purpose of, adoption is something very noble. To take care of a child he is not yours is something amazing. Muhammad, for the sake of his sexual temptation, he decided that this will not be right. But you see that the Arab, who they are pagan, they were practicing adoption. All Arab practice adoption, especially men who cannot have boys. And this is what happened to Muhammad. Muhammad, he cannot have girls, he cannot have boys. This is why they adopt this person. And Muhammad, he announced him to be his son. And he said, Zaydun minni wa ana minhu. Zayd is from me and I am from Zayd. Which means he will even inherit him. Then later, he went to the house of the son to visit him when the husband is not there. He saw the wife almost naked. He started flirting with her. And this is according to Muslim stories, but I'm sure what happened is bigger than this. Because you notice that the wife of the man, she did not get angry. You know, a decent woman, if a father of the husband, he flirt with her, she will be very upset. Not only she will be upset, she will move from town. She will ask her husband to do something about it. That at least this man, he should not come here again. When she told the story to her husband, she did not tell him with anger. She's proud that your father was here, by the way, and he was flirting with me. You know, obviously, she is sleeping with him. And what kind of decency this man he have to the point he flirt with married women? So when the Muslims, and really I feel sorry for them, they try to find a solution. Obviously, they are really sad, and they are, maybe, I think that this lady, she is thinking to leave Islam. And she should. I mean, look at this. Why you are covering yourself? I mean, what will happen to you if you show your face? The funny, they say, Christian Prince, why you are hiding your face? She said that in the video. What's the point of putting your face in the camera if there's no face? What will happen to you if you show your face? Are you at risk and danger? I mean, are you saying that Muslims will do something harm to a woman if she show her face? Are they going to go crazy? They will lose control and they will like do something bad to women? What kind of religion this religion is? Walking in the street and you have a curtain in front of your eyes. And by the way, this is not halal because you are showing your eyes and you have makeup and you have eyeliner and you did take hair from your eyebrows. And the Prophet, he says that Allah, he cursed the one who take hair from her eyebrows. And let me show you the hadith. Let us go to the hadith. Read carefully. There we go. And this is authentic. This is Sahih Muslim. We can show even from Sahih Bukhari. Doesn't matter. So Allah, he cursed. Abu Abdullah reported that Allah had cursed those women who tattooed. Okay, I can say tattoo is not right, no problem. And have themselves tattooed, okay. And those who block hair from their faces. Why? So you go on videos and you think you are a Muslim. I have a bad news for you. Allah, he cursed you. You have makeup. You should not show strange man your makeup. You have eyeliner. And obviously you are taking hair from your face. But here you ask yourself a very simple question. What kind of religion this stupid religion is? Why Allah will take hair, will curse a woman if she take hair from her face? But Muhammad, he take all his hair from his body. Do you know that Muhammad, he used to do an-nawra, which is sugar? It is found in the hadith. And you know, the funny, they say the Christian Prince is lying. I mean, I show the reference in front of us. Let us see. Not only he take hair from his pubic area, he take his hair from all his body. So if a woman, she take hair from her face, Allah will curse her. But Muhammad and the Muslim men, they take hair and they are the men. I mean, why Allah will be happy if women, she have a mustache? He began with his private area, coating it with hair removal chemical. This hadith is not the one I'm looking for. Actually, this is the one. And his wife would do the reminder. What reminder? The rest of his body. So Muhammad he do cover his pubic area with the sugar, and he remove it by himself. And then his wife, she start working with all his body to remove the hair from his body. So why in the world that if a man he remove, and the Muslim men they remove hair from their body, Allah will not curse them, but if a Muslim woman she take hair from her face, Allah will curse her? I don't know, it sounds fishy. It sounds like Muslim men, they like women with mustache. For me, I don't like that, to be honest with you. I mean, a man, he, you know, what he like about women, that she look like a woman. He don't want to sit and he have in front of him a guy who have a mustache and a beard. Once I was kicked from the swimming pool. The guy, you know, they are American, they don't have too much hair in their body. So the guy, he said to me, "Sir, you can't swim with your clothing." I said, "This is not my clothes, this is my hair." Like, what the heck? He thought like I'm dressed. And thank God there's no atheist was there at that moment. Otherwise they would take a picture and they would claim that the proof that the origin of the man is chimpanzee is Middle Eastern. Because we are very hairy. When you shave your beard at night, you wake up in the morning, you have a beard again. What the heck? Honestly, without fertilizer. Zakir Naik, he put fertilizer for the last 30 years, and still until now he can't have a beard. For us, we shave it, we wake up in the morning, we have a beard. Not just hair, a beard. Praise be to Allah. So, look at this. Okay, and if a woman, she put like an attachment to her hair, Allah will curse her too. Why? Because simply they change the look of Allah. So Muhammad take hair from his pubic area and his body is okay. It's not a change of the hair of the look of Allah. And what about Muslim men doing circumcision? Look at the logic. The women who blocked hair from their faces and those who make a space between their teeth for beautification, changing what God has created. Like, what the heck? Well, how come makeup is okay then? I mean, do you see how silly this cult is? Imagine you have a wife and she have hair in her legs like a goat. I mean, some women, they are hairy. What is that? Okay, so what's wrong if she take hair from her body? What happened? Why this is a business of Allah anyway? I mean, did she fornicate? No. Did she sleep around? No. Did she show her skin to somebody? No. What his business? Like, what? We go to the bedroom. Your wife, she'd start taking off her clothes, and you say, honey, can you turn off the light? Because you don't want to see what you want to see. I mean, come on. Here you see the hypocrisy and the stupidity of this religion. either nobody take hair. Muslim, they can shave their mustache. It's a sunnah. Okay, isn't it this is taken hair from your face when you shave the mustache, which is very, by the way, very ugly. Like a man with beard, but he have no mustache. I don't know. You look like, I don't know. You look like a goat. So how come he can shave? And why she cannot take hair? You know, when I say stupidity is amazing, it is amazing. And you see here that the God of Islam, he focused in silly stuff. لعن الله الواصلة والمستوصلة. Okay, what does that mean? Let us find the hadith. Just to show you how silly this religion, man. I mean, how in the world this can be called religion? You tell me. Let us see. Look at this. This is a hadith in Bukhari and Muslim. Ibn Umar reported Allah Messenger, Allah Prophet saying, God has cursed the women who add some false hair and the women who ask for it. Why? What if a woman, she have cancer and she lost her hair, or she have an illness, she lost her hair? What is the problem with Allah if she have a wig? Do Allah enjoy seeing this woman, poor woman, going in the street with no hair? What is the problem? And you will notice that Muhammad, he used to color his beard. If you are cursing them because they are changing the way Allah make you look like, why you color your hair? Why Muhammad color his hair to be blonde, red? He want to be red-headed. Any women here, they come in the chat and they say word for me is not right to say, I will block you. So you call me Habibi, you call me, this is a warning. This is a warning. We are not here for, you know, Habibi stuff. So watch your mouth, otherwise I will block you. Or I will ask Allah to curse you. You know? Look, once there is a person, this is a true story by the way, he made fun of Allah. This is a true story. He made fun of Allah and the Prophet. You believe it or not, he woke up in the morning, looked like Christian Prince. I mean, can you believe how bad it was? Like, you sleep and you look like, you know, nice, handsome, etc. And you wake up, you look like Christian Prince. What the heck? So you better be careful here. If you are like speaking against the Prophet, you know, he might curse you and make you look like me, which is not fun at all. Anyway, so if you ask the Muslims, okay, why Allah? I mean, this is God. Why he will be upset if a woman, she add a little hair to her hair, and why he will be upset if the woman, she take hair from her face, when the Prophet and the Muslim, they shave their body, they shave their mustache, they color their hair, and even they do circumcision. All of this is the change of the way Allah, he made you look like if he is the one who created you. So it is lawful for men, not lawful for women. Crazy cult, you know. Oh no, all the story are true, you know. This is here true story, yeah, true story. Do you remember the guy of the dragon? Like, you know, when you go in the grave, the punishment of the grave. Ooh, you know, they hit you with the hammer, you know, and you know this hammer, if they hit you, you will get 70 foot down, 70 arm down. Man, that's true story. And then he told us the true story about the guy who hit the camel with his foot, and then his foot melted because, brother, the poison of the camel, which hit, you know, stung by the scorpion. You remember the story? Yeah, true story. Yeah, true story. Those all Muslim stories are true. Christian Prince, if he say a story, absolutely it is not. So I feel really sorry for Muslim women. And by the way, you go in the Middle East, you see Muslim women. They are #1 people who buy makeup, lingerie. You know what I'm talking about, not normal lingerie. Perfume, makeup. I mean, the industry of perfume and lingerie in the Middle East is the biggest for all the countries, all the, I mean, those like Victoria's Secret, they don't, you know, they cannot avoid the Middle Eastern market because it's the biggest ever. And they spend a lot of money in those things. In the same time, you know, they say things, they like, I mean, they try to present themselves different from the way they live. Everything in the Middle East is upside down. Nobody mentions the name of God as they do, but nobody is corrupt as they are. And, you know, I'm talking about my people. And by the way, I'm not only talking about the Muslims, the Middle East in general, even Christians, many of them, they are false. Hypocrisy, corruption, the judge is corrupt, the police is corrupt, the president, the king, the prince, you know, I mean, everybody is corrupt. You go even to the grocery store to buy, you buy, you know, always they buy like 5 kilograms of tomatoes because there's only one of them is going to be good to eat. They will not even let you go and like select by yourself. The guy, he's standing behind the counter, he have nice tomato in the front. Yes sir, how much you want? Oh, give me 3 kilos. You go home, you find that all the ones, the bombs are for the garbage. They are from 5-6 days before. So they speak too much about good, but nobody doing good there. And yeah, by the way, she said, this lady, that I speak about Mufti Menk, and she said, do you know how much charity Mufti Menk he did? Charity? Wow. You see, if Mufti Menk is a good person, he will not mention how much charity he did. A good person should not say. The Lord, he says, don't let your left hand know what your right hand give. Secondly, let us say he is the best in giving charity in the world. We are not talking about him, we are talking about Islam. Who is the guy? So obviously they have a lot of confusion about how to answer me and how to refute me. Here today when we watch this video, and this guy is saying that a child was killed because in the future he will be bad. I mean, how silly is that? To prove to us the knowledge of Allah in the future. Allah, he knew what you will not do. But you killed the guy, so how he will do it? How we can be sure that this is what he will do? I mean, do you see the stupidity? And Allah, he killed the guy. He ordered Al-Khadr to kill the boy. Because when he grow, he will do bad stuff. Well, that's mean all of us, we should kill the boys who will grow. Allah, why Allah don't give us list of the names then? What kind of logic this logic is? And when you killed the boy for this family, did you like make mercy on them? Now they are more angry because this is a child, he did nothing wrong. At least if he grew up and he was bad, well, they will hate him for the bad he did. So when he died, they will not cry on him. Stupidity is amazing. When we show you the video of this guy speaking about, you know, the decree of Allah. What is this? This is this is kids talk. A thief, he commit a crime. They took him to the caliphate, and the thief, he said to the caliphate, why you want to punish me if Allah destiny for me, decree for me to be a thief?
According to one of the narrations, he needed to be punished because he stole. So he comes to Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu and he uses the same line. He says, "Oh Umar, oh Amirul Mu'mineen, how can you punish me for having stolen when it was predestined? My deeds were already written by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala." Now that's quite a good argument if you were to look.
It's a quite good argument. How you want to punish me if it was written in my deed, written, the bad deed, written by Allah as a destiny, as a decree? Listen carefully. I mean, this is stupid religion. Okay, this guy, Sheikh Mufti Menk, she said he do charity. So? But this guy, he will not hesitate to beat you. He will not hesitate to have 4 wives. He will not hesitate to have a child, 6 years old wife like Muhammad. So all his charity will not forgive him in the front of God because he's committing crimes against God. And now he excuses that I can kill a person and this is my destiny. Go on the street, start shooting people, and then you will say it's a destiny. Allah has destiny for me to shoot them. What logic is that?
Oh Umar, oh Amirul Mu'mineen, how can you punish me for having stolen when it was predestined? My deeds were already written by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now that's quite a good argument if you were to look at it. Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu was one ahead of this man. He says, well, let's punish this man because it was predestined that we were going to punish him as well.
Allahu Akbar, how nice this is a story. So look at this logic, brother. So now imagine Christian Prince is debating the caliphate. Christian Prince, he got the caliphate busted. The caliphate is smarter. He said, okay, Christian Prince, it was destiny for you to insult the prophet. It was destiny for you to write books against the prophet. It was destiny for you to speak against him in YouTube. But it was destiny for me to kill you. Like, what the heck? And he's saying that the caliphate is ahead of him. Like he's smarter, supposedly. This is satanic. This is satanic logic. You are not being smarter, you are being evil. You could not refute him. Because no, it's not destiny for you to kill him. It's a decision you make. This is a false argument. Because if you agree with the argument of the guy, then the destiny you are talking about should happen automatically, regardless if him commits theft or not. But this is not what happened. You are trying to kill him just because you are in the corner. So I say to this lady, who she is asking the Muslims, why we cannot find somebody, why we Muslims don't find Muslims who are willing to refute Christian Prince? Why? What is missing? What is missing? That the Christian Prince is sharing the truth. And everything they say that Christian Prince he lied, they don't dare even to call me to show me one lie. I mean, do you see, if a person I have thousands of videos, so imagine how many lies supposedly I did. But yet they don't dare to call me and say, okay, this is a lie. They dare only to talk to themselves. Okay, brother and sister, Christian Prince, he lied in this video. And he said this, and I'm saying to you, first of all, this hadith is reported by Anas. And Anas reported from Mad. And Mad reported from Didi. And this guy is a fraud. So his hadith is not accepted. So, okay, and supposedly, they refuted me. But as you see, the Muslims between each other, they are crying for refutation. They are crying for somebody he can refute me. They cannot find anyone.
See the truth, right? We could see what's the truth here. And even if it's a brutal truth, we need to know the truth.
Exactly.
You know, I just find it very strange. I find that way more demoralizing than anything that they could produce. Because you see, it's almost like a sort of assuming you don't, like how do I put it? For most people, when they see someone not engaged is because they feel like, hey, that person has something to hide, they're not confident in their ideas, they're mentally lazy, and they're allowing chaos and slander to spread while they worry about their own life.
Okay, enough with the drama. So, you know, she is saying those Muslims are allowed in chaos if you don't refute him. Why you don't debate him? How come Mimi Hijab, he is willing to debate David with, but he cannot debate me, and the rest? All of them, they want to debate me face to face. Abdul, we can make an agreement. The one who mute for anyone, he lose the debate. We make an agreement. I will call you. You don't call me. You go live. I will, you know. Still, they want to do it. They are terrified. So I feel sorry for this lady. You know, I have nothing against your lady. I hope that, you know, the Muslims will come and they will. Why you don't call this sheikh, the one you mentioned his name, Sheikh Hakim, and tell him, hey, instead of, you know, growing your beard and spending your day camping in your beard, what about you call the guy? Or let him call you. Show everybody that he know nothing. A sheikh like you, he can refute Christian Prince easy. Very easy. And you know, just to show who is the one is worrying and afraid. If I am afraid, so why I open my Skype for 6, 7, 8 hours and I don't know who is going to call me? If I am afraid, why the Muslims, even when they call, they try to change the topic? If I am afraid, why the comment of the Muslims have nothing to do with the topic? Like, we talk about the destiny, blah, 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 and then the Muslim says, okay, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Okay, what the heck? They have nothing to say. They are bankrupt. And, you know, just a simple question. As long as a guy, he said the hadith about adult breastfeeding is accurate, authentic. But isn't it funny that this is even was a Quran? What authentic? Who care about the hadith now? This is used to be Quran. We need to ask the sheikh, where is the hadith? Where is the Quran? Look what Aisha, she said. And this is a good hadith, Hassan. She said, Aisha, the verse of stoning and breastfeeding for adult 10 times revealed. What the heck? This was a verse. Revealed. Verse. She did not say hadith. Did you see what she said? She said, stoning to death and breastfeeding adult 10 times revealed. What kind of God? He ordered a man and a woman to suckle each other, and then the Muslim, they start saying, no CP, it doesn't mean that CP. The woman, she will put some milk from her breast in a cup, CP. Abdul, it says breastfeeding. What's wrong with you? Actually, in Arabic, it says rida'a, from radda, rada'a, which means he holds something in his mouth, and he bite it. This is why if you hit somebody in his skin, it says, ala jismihi raddun, rad. This is why rida'a, rad, like if you have like a mark in your skin, you hit yourself like with a chair or something, this is rad. Rida'a is you holding that part, the nipples, and suckling. You can go to the dictionary. Rida'a is not a drinking from a cup. That is called drinking, not breastfeeding. All of us will drink milk. Doesn't mean we are doing breastfeeding for the cow or the sheep or the goat. But if the baby of the cow suckle, that is rida'a. And you know, the story here is very funny and very stupid. Okay, the goat, she ate the 10 times breastfeed for adult. Well, the goat, she ate the verses. She did not eat the memory of the Muslims. So Muslims, where is the verses? I got it, the goat, she ate it. Did the goat eat your memory too? So not even a single Muslim, he remembered the verse? As long as it was a verse. And Aisha, she witnessed that it was a verse. And then look what it says here. These verses were abrogated. Like, what the heck? A recitation, but not in ruling. Other hadith established the number of fosterage to 5, but this is for kids. We're talking here about 10. What's wrong with you? For adult. And why in the world it's abrogated in recitation? What's wrong with this religion? What the problem if we recite the word of Allah? I mean, Allah, you Muslims, you have the chapter 18, all of it is about the ant talking to the ant, Sulaiman talking to the bird talking to Sulaiman, Sulaiman sitting in his chair, Sulaiman dies standing, Sulaiman going farting, Sulaiman picking his nose, Sulaiman is, what the heck? Why you don't keep it? And they have tons of verses, or they say it's abrogated by recitation. Why you do that? Because simply they are the one who ate those verses. It's not the goat. I accused the Muhammadan in the time of Muhammad that they are the one who ate the Quran, not the goat. Because there is no reason to say it's abrogated by recitation. What the point? And why you want to take the ruling from something is not there? Because where is the ruling coming from? From the verses. Where is the verses? They are gone. So why you take, who took them? We took them. Like, what the heck? It's like saying follow the law, and you say to you, which law? You say the one is abrogated. Okay, what the law says? It's abrogated, it's not there. Look, how we can follow it? So what happened? The Muslim, they look at those verses and they said, what the heck with those verses? We cannot keep them. This is embarrassment. So what we will do, we will eat them. I believe that Abu Bakr and Umar, you know, they gathered together and they said, how many pages do you want to eat, Abu Bakr? Abu Bakr, he says, you know what? I'm not so good reading and eating papers. He said, you stupid idiot. This is very easy, you know. But, you know, you drink camel urine after it, you will be fine. So they spread the Quran between them and they start eating all the verses which is not suitable to be in the Quran. Otherwise, why you would take them off? And you know the story here about a goat eating the Quran. What happened to Allah, the one who preserved the Quran, protect the Quran, and then we find a goat eating the Quran? I heard about goats who like books. I don't know if this was a rumor or it is true news. Pogamy goats, mini gate, or a dwarf goat as pets. Is that the original Quran? And I heard that goats, after they, you know, they read the book, they eat it. It is a habit. The goat, she went inside the bedroom of the Prophet, but the Prophet is sleeping in the bed. He's dead. He's dead. And the book is underneath of his pillow. That's mean the goat, she flipped Muhammad in the ground. Nah. Muhammad now is dead. I mean, how this happened? The guy is dead and the goat in the top of him, and now she is flipping him, and she take the pillow away, and then she take the Quran, and now she start yumming the Quran, yummy, yummy. You see, the Muslim, they read those things for the last 1400 years. Nobody get offended. The second we start reading them, those things, they get offended. It looks like they will not see how stupid the stories is unless you point your finger at them. You need to investigate to know who is behind this goat, who is supposedly she is in love with the book of Allah to the point she wanna eat it. I don't know. If anyone have information about this goat, please call the FBI of Allah. Because this goat, she is holding the most expensive pages of the Quran. And the funny, they say to us, the Quran preserved, brother. Yeah, it's preserved. Okay, who will recite for us the chapter of breastfeeding for adult 10 times? And why 10 times? I mean, what will happen if it's 9? What if it's a 9.5? Why exactly 9 times? What will happen? Anybody like did there like some scientific study about 10 times adult, like adult is suckling and the, you know, Islamic TV, if you watch them in Arabic, you would die laughing. Once there's a guy he called, he says, we were doing, jima, which means boom boom, with my wife nikah, and some drops of milk dropped from her nipples in my mouth. So obviously he was, you know the thing. So he's asking the sheikh, did she become my sister? Like, what the heck? The guy have 10 kids from her, and now a few drop of milk from her nipples fell in his mouth, and now he's worried she became his sister. Ten time breastfeeding for adult. So, if you collect those things we speak about, you will see that this guy, Muhammad, is obviously crazy. He's mental. Women, she take hair from her face. Allah curse her, but a woman, she give her nipple to a stranger is fine. Like, what the heck with this? Do you see the logic? Even Aisha, she ordered her nieces and her sister to suckle anyone who want to enter upon her. Can you believe it? You want to go to meet Aisha. Let's say Aisha, she is now in the White House. Muhammad, he died. She is the wife of the Prophet. She is his favorite sex toy. Now you want to go and meet Aisha. Brother, you cannot meet Aisha, brother, unless you go and do 10 times suckling to the sisters of Aisha. So now in the secretary room of Aisha, she have a bunch of her family, and they are topless. Their breast is coming out like boom, boom, like wine, wine, wine. They are bouncing, big ones. Alhamdulillah. So in order to go and see Aisha, you have to suckle her sisters. How fun! Okay, what if 10,000 Muslims, they want to see her a day? Brother, first you cannot see her on the first day, because you have to see her, you have to suckle her sister breast 10 times in 10 different days until you are satisfied. It's not like you just put your mouth in the nipples and no. Until you are satisfied. You keep suckling until you can't take it no more. Maybe until you have orgasm. Like, okay, he's done. What kind of religion? We order the women to cover herself, and then we allow the women. We can't shake hands with them, but we can hold their breast and suck it. That is fun. And then, the Muslims, when they get angry from each other, or even from me, you see, remember when I said to the Muslim women, suckle me, the Muslim, they took the recording, it was her, she was insulting Jesus, saying Jesus, he did something to his mother's breast. I said, you are filthy, it was your prophet who ordered you to give your breast to a man, suckle me. They took that part. Cowards. They tried to smear you. But in reality is, Muslims, they fight each other, and they make fun of Muhammad's statement. As an example, this is Mimi Hijab, who is just a rude kid, street kid, going around speaking to Muslim sheikhs. Sheikh Muhammad, he said to him, to the sheikh, okay, can I suck your wife's tit to make her haram? it's not a good topic to talk about tits late at night, you know. Let us stop here. Another Muslim, he said to Muhammad Hijab, his name is Bunur, what kind of mannerism are these? Shame on you, Muhammad. Muhammad, he answered, said, why it's wrong? He believed in it halal. So here you see the hypocrite, this guy, he made a video saying, Christian prince, sexual predator, Christian prince. Why? Because I said to a Muslim woman, suckle me. He is saying that, the Prophet says that. The second you quote Muhammad, you become a sexual predator. You can't quote Muhammad. Anyway, so we wanted to share with you the concern of this lady, and we welcome her to come here. And if she have any concern, if I am live on air, she would like to call me, please feel free. And I say to you, lady, please call the Sheikh, Sheikh Asim, and say to him, Sheikh Asim, please, for the sake of Allah, Shin, and I'm serious, Christian Prince is willing to call you in your program live on air and on TV. Give me your Skype and let us debate about Islam. No, there is no need even for a topic. Tell me whatever you want about Islam and you will hear my answer. What do you think, guys? For sure he will not dare. If this guy don't agree, well, call Zakir Naik. Tell him, Zakir Naik, you know, Christian Prince, he said, you know, I don't know if it's him or those who work on his page on Facebook. I made a video about it a long time ago. He said you have to bring 2,000 with me to meet him and debate him. 2,000. If I cannot get 2,000 with me, I'm not qualified. His Majesty. Anyway, boy oh boy, what we can say. However, I learned something very important in this from those stories, thanks to the Prophet of Allah, that it is haram for women to take hair from their face, but it's halal for the Prophet to take hair from his ass and from around his penis and from his chest and his legs. But if a woman, she take hair from her face, Allah will curse her. And actually this is a lot of logic. Women should not take hair from their face. It's dangerous. I heard that the World War II happened because of a woman, she took some hair from her face. If she kept them, the earth wasn't going to be in peace. This is a true story, by the way. Actually, you know, there's many problems happening in this earth because women, they take, first of all, when women, they take hair, let us show you why the Prophet is saying that. You know, because those Christians, they make fun of it, but the fact, there's a science behind it. If every woman, she take 5 hair a day from her face, do you know how much hair we will have at the end of the day around the world? And if those women, they throw their hair in the water, you go to drink your water from the faucet, you get hair. All of this because of women. You go to find fish, the fish is hairy. Why? Because she is drinking water in the ocean with women hair. You go to take a shower, you find that you are showered by hair. Why? Because those women around the world, they are if every woman she take, let us say for the sake of argument, I mean women, they have a lot of hair in their face, come on. So let us say she took an average of 20 hair a day. Let us say, I don't know how many women there is on earth, you know, let us see. If we say there's a 3 billion women, you know, 3 billion only. Yeah, I changed the number, you know, because it's up to me. We have our numbers, and we don't care about what United Nations say. You know, we have our United Nations, you know. So anyway, so let's say there's a 3 billion, and then 3 billion, and each woman she take 10 hair a day. So 3 billion will be a 3 trillion hair, brother. And then all of this will go where? And in case you do not know, hair is from like a kitten, what do you call it, kitten? I don't know what their name in English. Like it doesn't, It says it doesn't trust, brother. Hair can live forever. Do you see the Pharaoh? They found his hair. The guy is like 5,000 years old. Not 5, I mean, okay, but make it to exaggerate, it's okay. Especially if you're defending Allah, you can exaggerate. So the Pharaoh is like 10,000 a year old. 10,000, I mean, come on, that's not much. 20,000 years old. And until now we have his hair. So those women, when they take hair from their face, they are causing danger to environment, and they are harming the society, and they are causing trouble. Therefore, women are troublemaker. And this is the order of Allah. And now we explain to you why women, they cannot take hair from their faces. You know the thing, Yeah. So, imagine if you have a beautiful wife and she have, look, hold on. I don't want to use practice my hobby of a drawing. But, sometimes you have to do it. Yeah, I better not to draw now, I better maybe, because if we draw, I think things will get complicated. Oh boy. I mean, where this guy is coming from? I'm sure many of you, by the way, convinced by my explanation, especially if you are a Muslim. Just to show you, I will give you an example. Okay, hold on. I'm looking for a picture I can use. Just wait. Okay, we found a picture. Okay, it's perfect for a drawing for many reasons. This woman, obviously, she have a lot of hair. You can tell. So, brother, don't you think that this lady, she will be way more beautiful, brother? Let us be honest here. If this woman, she have hair here, and hair here, and for sure some hair here doesn't hurt. Look how beautiful. And by the way, I mean, it doesn't hurt if there's some hair in the chest. It is way more nicer. We have to be honest. This is why Allah, He cursed women who take hair from their faces, because they don't know what they are doing to themselves. They are losing their beauty. See, Allah, He wants you to be beautiful. Allah is worried about you. I know there's many of you right now, many of those women, they are in tears. They want to become Muslims and they want to grow hair. So I'm expecting you sisters tomorrow, all the sisters here, tomorrow from now on, you come and you have a beard. And don't blame on me if your husband, he divorced you, okay? I'm here just to give you ideas. Don't tell me because of you, look what happened. My husband, he ran away and what? Don't blame me for, do you blame me for the destiny of Allah? Don't blame me for the destiny of Allah. It's a destiny. And remember, Allah knows best. Hair on the face. Anyway, I will leave this question to the Muhammadan to tell us really why it is okay for a Muslim man like Muhammad himself to take hair from his body but it's not okay for Muslim women to take hair from their face. Based in which logic? If the logic is changing the look Allah He made you, well, both of them, they are changing the way Allah He made you. And you notice here, no, I cannot take calls right now. I'm not in the mood to take calls, sorry. It is 10:40 or 1 p.m. here, so it's not really time to take call and shout. You can call me when I am, you know, open my Skype, and almost we open it every day. What is the purpose? What is the logic? Obviously, this religion is, you know, is like a guy. He is drunk. He is too much. He's high with the hashish, and he is saying things. None of them make sense. And then they say to you in the same hadith, Abdullah said, "Shouldn't I not curse one upon whom Allah Messenger has invoked curse?" So he's saying he is cursing the women. They said to him, "Why you are cursing?" He said, "Well, if Allah the Prophet, he cursed them, I should curse them." And isn't it the Quran says, take what the Prophet says to you, order you? Yeah, don't forget to give a like, because of, by the way, I heard rumors, I'm not sure if this is true, that those who give my my video a like from females, there's a lot of hair growing in their face. Allah is making them more beautiful, especially if they are Muslims. So if you don't believe me, okay, let us make a challenge. Subscribe and give a like. And let us see in the coming, we will give it like 3 months. After 3 months, if Allah did not increase the hair in your face, come to me and say, Christian Prince, this was not true. What do you think? So there's 2 things you do. They will give you more hair in your face, alhamdulillah. Subscribe, give a like for the coming 3 months. After 3 months, you will become like a gorilla, alhamdulillah. Oh, thanks to Allah and to Christian Prince, because he is the one who shared. You know what? I'm sure, like, don't tell this to Sam Shamoun, by the way, because now he will give like to every video I'm making, so he can get hair in his head. Hey, Sam Shamoun, I'm just joking. Don't do that, okay? Come on. Don't. No, don't. This is why I said females. Hello? What this religion is about? I mean, this is the religion. Do we have any Muslim in the chat? Want to tell us why Allah will curse you? Will curse a female for taking hair from her face? What is behind this? Like we just showed you the hadith, Muhammad saying, a person who he fornicate, a man, he fornicate, and he still Allah will give him to heaven. We just showed you the hadith in the beginning. But a woman, she take hair from her face, she will not go to heaven. I mean, the guy who fornicate, the man he stole, still he will go to heaven, brother. Abu Darda, he says, even if he fornicate and steal, he said, even if you fornicate and steal. So the logic of this religion, that if you fornicate and steal, Allah will give you to heaven. But if you take hair from your face, Allah curse you. I'm truly, truly convinced. You know, I never saw a woman, actually, a Muslim woman, she is following Muhammad, especially in the Middle East. Makeup, they clean their face. Their face look like a baby face, actually. You know, they put like material to make it so white, but those material I don't know what the name for it in English. It's it have a material. It's called zarnikh in Arabic. I don't know what the equal name in zarnik maybe in English. I'm not sure. But this material is very poisonous for the skin. But it makes your skin like a baby skin for some time. And this is why you will see a woman in the Middle East. She is like 35, but if she stopped using this makeup, she would look like she is 60. And the one she is 60, she will look like 100. Because this thing will stretch your skin, will make it so smooth, amazingly smooth. But after using it for some time, your skin will become like the more you use it, the more wrinkles you will have fast. Then what they do, they use more of it. And the more you use, the more you damage it. Zinc, yeah, zinc. Yeah, so it's very well known in the Middle East. It makes your face so white because they love to be white, and it makes your skin so smooth. Usually female, before they get married, they use this material. After they get married, because it's about marketing, you know, she want to get herself in the market of marriage. So she put this makeup in her face. She got married. A few years after, her face is full of wrinkles because of it. It's star saying cyanide. I'm not sure. Excuse my English. You know that I'm very good in English, don't you know, right? Come on. Cyanide maybe. Yeah, I think, I don't know. You know, but the Arabic name, let me search in Prophet Google, peace upon him. Zinc. You know, they use different name for it, depending on the area. Okay, the symbol of it in English is Zn. Atomic mass 6538. So this is what they use for this makeup. Very, very harsh. But it makes your skin, you know, look really as if you are just born yesterday. Literally. Your face will look like a baby face. And you will see especially all Muslim Sunni. Muslim Shia, they don't use this makeup. Christian women, they don't use it. Shia and Christian, they don't use it. Sunni, almost every single one of them. No, not mercury. Zinc. Anyway, don't use it, and then you blame the wrinkles on your face on me. Says I wanted to have a baby face, you know. Yeah, don't forget to like the video, Hillside, my friend. First of all, none of the females now will like my videos no more, because I just told them, by mistake, I told them, if you like my videos for the coming 3 months, a lot of hair will grow on your face. So are you expecting that the females here are going to like my videos from now on? I mean, come on. By the way, an advice for ladies. Even this is not our topic, but let us laugh at Muhammad wisdom, and maybe Muslim can laugh at my wisdom. Makeup is not what make you really look, let us say, younger or beautiful. I say to you, there's something very cheap, costs you almost nothing, which is water. Drink water. A person who drink a lot of water will look maybe 10 years younger than someone who don't drink enough water. You are like a flower. Imagine a flower, she have little water. All your body is nothing but water. Your skin is water. Your eyes, your brain, everything you have is water. We are really made from water. So there's many people, they don't drink enough water every day. Like they drink when they feel thirsty. That is not really right. You should drink always. It clean your system, it keep it healthy, it take all the poison from your body, and the same time it refresh your your face and your skin, and it make you really look way younger. So my advice for you, it's not makeup what you need. Don't spend your money in something will kill your skin. Drink water. Don't drink when you need to drink. Drink when like, I mean, always drink. Why not? I mean, you drunk 15 minutes, but don't start like drinking like an elephant. Look what will happen now. All the women, they will jump in the lake and they will start. I want a beautiful. No, don't do that. Okay, come on. You are not Abdullah. So come on. So you drink, like, let us say there's certain liters, number of liters a day. Maybe you should drink maybe 6 liters at least a day of water. That's a fine number. So water is really the secret of everything. Healthy body. Joint pain. If you have joint pain, is not the medicine will help you. Drink water, because the less water you have, the more stiff your muscles and your bones will be touching each other. All problems actually human being he suffer from, it is mostly from less water he is using during his life. When you have like sand in your kidney or whatever, or stones, all of this because of the water. If you are drinking enough water, clean water, that will clean your system. So drink water, stay healthy, and don't depend in makeup, because makeup is going to damage your skin. Your skin is not breathing. It's not healthy, really. Makeup is not healthy. It's something damaging, and you don't know even what the makeup is made of. And especially most of people, they are not really rich to, let us say, afford to buy what they call it natural product. But I don't believe in them. Even those they claim they are expensive, because it's a fraud. You don't know what they are putting there. I just heard the news about a perfume from India. It's causing a very dangerous illness in USA. It have bacteria inside. So you do not need this, and you are wasting your money. So like I believe that makeup for the women is the same as a man smoking cigarette. He's killing his health and burning his money. And if you want to put makeup little, like maybe some lipstick, you don't need to paint yourself. It save your time, save your money. And if a man, he don't like you for the way you look like for real, well, he will not like you later, because later you will take it off. Let us say you convince a man that you are beautiful. Okay, he marry you because of the fake face. You meet with him every day until he marry you. Wonderful. But then you wash your face. He will say like, who is this? This is not you. Right? So you do not need to do that. However, we don't want to do what Muhammad is saying, because a woman, she should take care of herself, feel happy about herself, and it doesn't hurt God. Why God will be hurt if a woman, she take care from her face? Why? That is stupid. That is silly. What is his business anyway? So you don't want to be having hair like a goat in your face. Doesn't make any sense. And just don't exaggerate with the crazy stuff. Ridwan, want to speak to me? My friend, today we are not taking calls. Sorry, it's late for me. Maybe next time we go live in daytime, we can take calls. And we go almost every day. Like today, we are actually live on air twice in one day, right? So next time, he is welcome. Yeah, and Muhammad, he put eyeliner. So Muhammad, he take hair from his body by using sugar. Muhammad, he shave his mustache. Muhammad, he take hair from his legs. But women, she taking hair from her face is going to cause women to be cursed. Any other question before we finish for today? Okay, hairy women, I'm so glad to have you here. I hope that next time you come here, all of you, you have a lot of hair growing in your face. And this is how you can show that following the Prophet, Sunnah, and you are a true practice believer women. This is how you know if a Muslim she is practicing Islam or not. If she have no hair between her eyebrows, she have no hair in her face, she have, especially Middle Eastern, especially countries where women they have hair, that means she is not really, she don't care about what the crazy Muhammad he said, obviously. And I never saw a Muslim woman, she don't take hair from her face, never. You know, the only woman I saw she don't take hair, it was an old neighbor. She is very old, she have little beard, you know, she's very, very old, she's like a 90 something years old. But this is because she is old, she don't take her for her face, you know. But not because, but when she is young, for sure she was taking the hair from her face. But anyway, you know, maybe some men, they like women with a beard, you know, you never know. I mean, these days everything is possible. You know the thing. If Joe Biden became a president, why men, they were not women with hair in their face? I mean, come on. Everything is possible these days. I'm telling you, everything is possible. Yeah. Yeah. Any other, you know the thing. Okay, no thing. Okay, no. Thank you for no thing and no thing. So I think that the whole thing is about, you know, knowing the thing and, you know, I can't anything, you know. I'm sure now you are really confused about what I'm saying, but brother, I was reading Quran. So you know the thing, yeah. And anyway, you know, I like, you know, and yeah, that's all. You know, and this is supposed tafsir Ibn Kathir. The last 3 minutes I was reading Ibn Kathir. I mean, when you read a Muslim a book, it's called tafsir, which means explanation. You get dizzy after the interpretation from before the interpretation. So how in the world this is an interpretation book? Actually, hold on. Did you see the icon of this video? It says agree not to agree. That is a perfect statement from Abdul. Agree about not to agree. Or agree to disagree. You will find almost in every single Islamic book statement saying that the scholars agree about not to agree about the meaning of this verse. I mean, do you see how much agreement there is in this? They agree to disagree about the meaning of this verse. So we have to make it clear here that Islam is religion, the only religion who they agree to disagree. And I find it funny that this is a Photoshop done by Mufti Menk himself. It's not me who did it, by the way. This is from his video. Agree to disagree. So if the Muslims, they agree to disagree with each other, why do you expect them to agree with me? Are you getting my point? Nobody is even answering in the chat. I think all the women now, they are touching their face to see how much hair grow after they gave me a like. Hey, I was joking. Come on, give me a like. It's okay. No hair will grow on your face. No, it's going to grow on your ears. I was joking. It's not in your face. No, it's not in your face. It's just in the ear area, okay? Behind your ear, around your ear. Like, you know, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Yeah. So, we agree to disagree. And this is a sign of perfection. You know, we are the only nation who agree to disagree. What do you want more? So like, you know, agree and to disagree, and we agree about not to agree. So, you know, everything is okay. And now Shia and Sunni kill each other. Because why? Because we agree to disagree. We have an agreement. We will not agree with you. Okay, hold on. Let's go to the Quran. And the Quran says, Allah, he decided to become wise. So he said, say to the kuffar, I believe not in what you believe, and you believe not in what I believe, and you will not believe in what I believe, and I will not believe in what you believe. So you will not believe in what I believe, and I will not believe in what you believe. So you believe not what I believe, and I will believe not what I believe, and you have your religion, I have mine. This is what it means. We agree to disagree. The most silly, stupid chapter in the Quran. If you change just one word, instead of saying I believe not, make it I eat not. That will show you how stupid. So say to them, O kuffar, let's change the translation. This translation is weird. This guy is adding too much falafel in the translation. I mean, what is this? Let us see Yusuf Ali. Yeah, this is easy. And the first one he made, like a shish kebabs, became an article. Say to those who reject faith, kuffar, I worship not what you worship, bingo. Nor you worship that I worship, another bingo. And I will not worship what you have been want to worship, bingo. Nor you worship what I will worship. Like, what the heck? You have your way, I have mine. Like, what? By the way, translation is false. It doesn't say you have your way. It says, I have my religion, you have yours. So if you change to the word worship with the word eat, that will make it the following. So to go for, I eat not what you eat. And you will not eat what I eat. And I will not eat what you eat. And you will not eat what I eat. And I will never eat what you eat, because you will not eat what I eat. For you have your food, I have mine. And that is summarizing the problem. We agree to disagree. And the funny, the Muslim, they say Muhammad was a prophet. But this is something he said to the kuffar, who later they became believers. So how you say to them, you will not believe in what I believe, and I will not believe in what you believe. And later all of them, they believe in what you believe. What the heck? He just told them, I believe not in what you believe. And you will not, you see, nor you will. This is about the future. Nor you will worship that I worship. And later all of them, they became Muslims. Because he attacked Mecca. Everybody have to convert or die. Do you see that? This guy is true prophet, by the way. Not only he predict that hair will grow on your face if you know, come on, if you give like to Christian Prince, you know, he knew more things. You will not worship what I worship. And later all of them, they worship Allah. Clear prophecy. What do you want more? But you know what you can say for those kuffar, those Christian, you know, brother? Okay, I will tell you something about the Christian. Christians are very funny people. This is what they believe. Let me summarize for you Christianity. Okay? Okay. So those Christian, brother, they say like, okay, they have one God. And they have one God too. And they have one God. And then they say to you that 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 1, brother. That is a Christianity. Like, what the heck? Okay, where we can find this in the Bible, Abdul? Which verse is saying that we Christian believe in 1 plus 1 plus 1? Can you show me? Can you get me busted? Where you get this from? Copy-paste cult religion. It is you who believe 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 1. All of Islam is built in 3. Allah, Jibreel, Muhammad. Can you tell me why you have a 3? All of your religion is based on 3. Do we have any Muslim want to say something in the chat? Too bad, I'm not in the mood to. You know, I heard rumors that if I take Skype call, hair will grow on my face. Is that why my beard is growing so fast, you think? I'm afraid of this, by the way. Do you think that there is a connection between hair growing in the face and Skype? I'm not sure. I need to think about it, you know? Trust me, if Muhammad, he says such a thing, the Muslim, they will believe it. Just say the Prophet said. The second you say, you know, once there's a teacher, he hated me to death. So this guy, he was waiting all year for me to do something, let us say, stupid. So once we have an exam, and I wrote the word wrong in Arabic. So the guy, he came, he's happy, excited in the morning. He started giving the exam to every student to show him his mark, you know, like his grade. And then he said, look at this. This guy, if I show you what he wrote here, you will not believe it. And he started insulting me. A kid 6 years old, he knew that this is wrong. How stupid even to write it this way. And I was shaking my head, smiling. And the teacher, he got even more angry. He said, look, I'm showing him how stupid he is, and he is laughing. He don't care. And then I said to him, sir, can I make a comment? He said, go. You should be laughing at yourself. I said, the word you are laughing at, I wrote it as the Prophet wrote it in the Quran. This is how it is in the Quran. The second I said that, the teacher, he sweat. His face turned like a lizard. He said, hold on. You know, first of all, by the way, I was trying to see who of you will notice that I am not really saying, I'm not really saying what I mean is, this is the correct way. This is absolutely the correct way. He's right. I was waiting for you people to say to me, sir, this is the correct way. But the coward, he was laughing at me, and I'm not saying anything. I'm enjoying my time, relaxing. And I say the trap work. I did it on purpose, by the way. The trap work. He hate me to death because always I get him busted. So he was so excited. Stupid idiot. Even a donkey, he knew that this is wrong. How in the world you write it this way? And he had a mark around it, red, you know, in the paper. And the second I said that this is how it is in the Quran, he closed the door of the classroom because it was the last class in the day. So we go home. But now he's terrified. Those kids will go home and they will say, Daddy, the teacher was making fun of the guy who wrote the word like the Quran. And he said to him, only donkeys write it this way. So now he have to fix it. Otherwise he will be dead by the morning. So he closed the door. He said, no, nobody leave. Listen. I was really trying to see if any of you will notice that this is the correct way. Thank you for writing it this way. Everybody give him a hand. Suddenly I became a hero. A second ago I was a donkey. I was a stupid. I was a fool. 6 years old. He know Arabic better than me. Few minutes after, I'm a hero. What a stupid idiot. Yeah. This is why I say he left like a donkey and never came back as a horse. Right? Don't play with me. You are no match. You are no match. You know, it's better not to talk about those days, old days. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's fun. If there is any Abdul have a comment? All the Quran is full of words. It is written. Do you remember the Muslim? We did that with the Muslims too. You know, remember the guy he called? I forgot his name. You remind me. I said to him, which one of them is right? Bism or BSM? He chose one. I forgot which one. He said, this is the correct one. When I showed him, so I said, so are you sure the other one is wrong? He said, sure. You know, the video is there. I don't know which one. You can't remember. You know, I think the guy we asked him, it was what his name, Jihad, right? I think it was Jihad because he read Arabic. So he chose one, and then when I showed him the other one, which is supposedly the wrong one in the Quran, suddenly the two are right. Oh boy. Anyway, I want to say thank you guys for being here, and I hope today we have a good time. Don't forget to download the video because I'm going to delete it soon. This one is not really, you know, Muslims complain about what I do, what I say. That's a good sign. The more they complain, the more people leave Islam, and the more people they notice that nobody can answer us. And as you see, I eat hummus, you don't eat hummus, and you will not eat hummus as you eat hummus, and you will never eat hummus because I eat hummus. So you have no hummus, I have mine. And that is the wisdom of Allah, who curse the women who take hair from their face. And by this wisdom about taking hair from the face, you know, I leave all the women, and I hope that tomorrow all of you will become hairy, and that will be perfect. That if you get hairy, you will be able to work with Harry Potter, because in Harry Potter movie, they need women, they look like from fiction stories. So if you grow hair, Allah, if Allah help you to, you know, you don't pluck hair and you grow hair in your face, you wake up in the morning, you apply for Harry Potter movie, they will accept you right away. They will look at your face like, what the heck is that? They will say to you, are you human? Human? You know, like, you know, you can move your hand like in funny ways just to convince them that you're an alien woman, you know. You say, I'm not human. And actually, if you want to prove to them that you are not a human for sure, just to bring, you know, I mean, I don't want to go there, but let your husband bring his mother-in-law with it, you know, and they will be convinced, that's it. They will agree that you are not a human and everything is fine, and they will be afraid and scared, and they will accept you, and you will get the job. And I hope my, you know, my advice is, you know, and okay, and you think, you know, So now I think we, you know, and yeah, okay, yeah. So Allah, He cursed the women who have take hair from their face, and those women who add hair to their hair. And it's not, obviously, it's not right for women to add hair to their hair, because that will make you have two hair. And then if you go in a fight, a woman, she grab you from your hair. Which hair will grab you from? That will be confusion. It's not, it's against the rules of karate. You know? So like her hair, she grab you, and like what? Like a wig is coming in your hand. And that Allah will make, He will be upset, because this is not a fair fight. Because she grab you from your hair, but your hair come in her hand because it was a fake hair. So this is a fake fight, and this is not, you know, you cannot work as a boxer or karate, you know. So, you know, like a hair and a hair, you know. So put the two hair together, and, you know, you will be, you know, and this is, you know, the book of hair, you know. So women, I advise you to follow Allah, and don't pluck your hair from your face, otherwise Allah will curse you. And then if Allah curse you, you know what will happen. You know, you will become like Joe Biden. You know, he said, I am her wife. You know, he forgot that he is the man. You know, so look, he you know, you know, and then what, he became the wife of Joe Biden. Yeah, so this is can happen to you too. And if it happened to Joe Biden, it can happen to everybody. All right, I think this is very convincing. And with this, I want to say thank you for being here. May the Lord bless you. This video will not stay for long, just a few hours. We'll take it down, download it right away if you want, and until we see you soon again. Christ is Lord. Islam is a joke. You like it or not, you cannot argue with that. Take care.